Welcome back to Surviving with Shoeler. This is episode 25. As you can see, I'm just over here candidly working on this little tree. And that's because last episode, as you can see, we made that little bridge and some terraforming and, of course, this tree over here. And in between episodes, I've just been trying to be a little more productive and just kind of get some of the grindy stuff out of the way so that you guys can all reap the reward of, its beauty at the beginning of the episodes. So yeah, we just got in a nice little tree over there, and this area is looking very, very beautiful, and we'll come back to it in just a sec. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos before, you might be wondering, hey, where's the intro at? And to that I say, follow me to my antique shop. Now, I made this building a couple episodes ago, just did the exterior, and my whole intention was just to put like some memorabilia and like antiquities of this entire series in this building. So I just worked a little bit on the interior. As you can see here, there's two different floors and stuff, and it's looking pretty good. Obviously, we got like my first bed, my first boats, all that kind of stuff, skibidi toilet. But yeah, over here I just have like some weapons, my heads, all the different like types of heads of all the different characters that I've played in this series. And then over here, obviously you've probably been seeing them. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, just jacketless, shirtless, pantsless. I forgot what episode that's from. But yeah, that's about everything that I've done. Just like some work in the antiquity shop, that tree over there. And, this all just reminds me, if you want to see some of the details in that antiquity shop or check out the tree or any of these other details in my world, the world download is available to channel members. So yeah, if you're liking my videos at all, please do subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. And if you're really liking them, please feel free to become a channel member, because that'll be very cool.
Shoeler. Huh? Shoeler, come here. Come on.
I'm alright. So obviously we've been working in like this area over here for a bit, this gate and then this bridge and all this kind of stuff, and that's all so that we can make a medieval fantasy village all the way over here, and it's gonna be so huge and awesome. And we're gonna start working on it a little bit in this episode. But last episode, I asked you all for some name suggestions for that area, and I also asked it in a community post, and I got a lot of suggestions, so I had a council kind of whittle it down for me, and now we're left with just 5, so here they are. We got Shoemingham, which is just kind of like a medieval sounding thing. We got Solia, which is like a type of sandal in some other language. We got Shoegate, shoe, kind of like the German spelling of shoe, which is kind of cool because it's, we got the gate over here, and shoe like Shoeler, kind of cool. Obsitus Urbis, which is Latin, and that means overgrown city. And then Bubonic Plague, obviously like the bubonic plague, but Shoeler. But I have a pinned comment at the top of the comments, in a pinned comment. In the replies, I have every single one of these names written out, so please just choose, give a like to the one that you like the most, and then whatever has the most likes, I guess by the next video comes out, I guess that'll win, and that'll be the name thing. But yeah, thank you to everyone who gave me name suggestions and stuff. That's so freaking awesome. Thank you so much. But also a special congratulations to everyone in here who got a name that was approved and liked enough by the council. So yeah, awesome. All right, we're gonna stop dilly-dallying and actually get to some building. And we're going to be doing it over here in this little Shoe York area. We got a lot of space to fill in this area, so we're going to put a new building right here. And I'm very excited about this design. And I think the design's cool, but also just having a building right here just makes this whole, little alleyway with buildings and stuff feels so much cooler. I don't know. It just feels like cramped in all the nice ways. But yeah, we're gonna get building right now. I'll stop prefacing this whole thing. So let's do this in the form of a time lapse. Let's go. So there I went making the little building. So many of you in the Discord have been giving. By the way, join my Discord. But so many of you in the Discord have been giving me suggestions for buildings to put in this little Shoe York area, and honestly, I'm starting to get a little more excited to build here. I wasn't before, but yeah, look forward to that. Thank you to everyone who suggested stuff. I will make sure to credit you in the episode for your ideas when I add it. For this specific build, I took a lot of inspiration from Hefty Dude. Very cool YouTuber. You'll hear a little bit from him later. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And I'm just very happy with this building. The building is meant to be some sort of like city center town hall thing, which is what I think it's reflected by, the clock tower. I don't want to spoil too much though, so let's check it out. Here it is, the clock tower building thing. I don't know, it looks pretty cool. As I said, I took a lot of inspiration from Hefty. A lot of his builds in his series. He is a fantastic builder, way better than I am, and so I took a handful of inspiration. But yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I'm really happy with the palette that I chose. I don't know, just think it looks good. I'm so happy that I finally went out and got like coral blocks, because oh my god, if I had coral blocks like a long time ago, every single one of these buildings would have been made of coral. I'm not even joking. Coral blocks are just, they're so beautiful. These are some of the best blocks in the game. Just some dried coral. They're so, oh my gosh. But yeah, I don't know. It looks pretty cool. I think this like little clock design thing I saw in Bars's world. I'm pretty sure. So shout out Bars. It's a very freaking cool clock. If you didn't make it, I'm claiming credit. There's no interior. Awkward. But eventually I want to do some sort of like city center town hall type of thing in here. But yeah, I'm really happy with this build. It obviously, no side, no back at all. Just like all of these other buildings. Because I'm going to be putting, more stuff on the sides. And then we'll go down into this little divot thing. I don't know. I'm excited to build in Shoe York now, which is like actually amazing, because it was not like that for a bit. It's been a while since I've been excited to build over here, so that's really nice. But with that done, we are going to go head over and work on the main build for today. But before we do that, I do have a quick announcement to make. Hey everyone, haircut. Thank you, Ponka. Just want to say, as I always do, I have a Cameo account, and all of the profits that I make there go to charity, specifically the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. Yeah, that's it. If you want to check it out, it's only $1. My Cameo is linked in the description if you want to just donate to the PCRF. That's also in the description. Make sure you buy through the website, not through the app. It's only $1. Keep it clean, and back to Minecraft. Hefty, don't freak out.
Shoeler?
Yes, it's me.
Where are we? Well, Shoeler, I like you, and I'm trying real hard to keep my temper, so just answer me this. Where are we?
We are doing a challenge.
A challenge?
Relax, man. It's just the, I shipped myself in a box challenge.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we're just in a box then? The whole shipping part is being faked?
Yeah. Totally.
Well, okay. I'm sorry about that.
Hey, no, yeah, man. It's all good. Good.
We are not just in a box, are we?
No. I swear, we're just in a box.
So, if I break the wall of this box, I'm not gonna see any ocean. Shoeler, if I break this wall...
You won't see any ocean. It's just, we haven't finished the box challenge yet.
I'm breaking the wall.
No!
Shoeler, how did you pull this off?
Hefty, get back in here. They don't allow stowaways.
We are in the middle of an ocean.
Hefty, be quiet. I already said they are not cool with stowaways.
Oh, really? I don't know why, but it's really hard to trust anything that comes out of your mouth right now.
Hefty, if you trust me on anything, please let it be this.
You know, if I get caught, that would be great. Then I can explain this whole situation to them and we can go back home.
Hefty, I just wouldn't do that if I were you.
Stop. Wait. Ah!
I did warn you. I mean... tell me you're sore without telling me you're sore. I just shit myself in a box. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed that intro, and I really hope that you enjoyed Hefty's acting. I mean, that's star power right there. That guy's got talent. Yeah, but I'm trying out a new thing where I put the skit later in the video because, you know, usually when I put the skit at the beginning of the video, my viewer drop off is like... So I figured if I put it later in the video, that would work out better. So like, hey, new viewers, what do you think? Would you have clicked off if that intro was, or that skit was at the beginning? I'm sure you wouldn't have, actually, because of a little something I like to call the Hefty allure. Yeah, thank you to Hefty for doing a voice. He did an amazing job, and everyone should go subscribe to him. Trust me, if you like my videos, you will love his videos, so go watch. He's a great builder, and he's got a lot of style in his videos. You know, obviously, I took some inspiration over there for that build. And then also a special shout out to Atlip. I don't know if that's how you pronounced your name, but Atlip posted this this boat, the ship in that intro on Planet Minecraft. I don't know when it was posted, but I found it. I really liked it. I did some editing on it, and it was a great ship. So hey, if you want, you know, a cool little ship, go check that out. It's in the description on Planet Minecraft. Yeah. Okay, so I've been heading in this direction, you know, through the gate, over the bridge, underneath this little archway for a very specific reason, and that being, we're actually going to get started on, you know, the big build for today. Obviously, we did a little bit of building, but we're going to do some big building in this area, which, you know, if you didn't already pick up on, this entire little plains area, you know, part of this ocean over there into the forest, and just kind of a real big place is going to be my big medieval fantasy area, and I am super stoked to get building in here. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not going to yap too much about this because, you know, I'll yap more after the build is done, but I realized something. I don't have any resources for this build, so I traveled over to my hole digging area and mined out a hole to collect a lot of dirt, grass, and stone. Then I traveled over to behind the apartment to collect some oak leaves for the trees I'll be making, and that was it. I didn't know a lot of stuff today. Welcome back. Yeah, I didn't really have, you know, all too much like materials to collect, because I'm just doing some terraforming. Oh my gosh, I'm just doing some terraforming today, in this general area. And, you know, my plan is that I want, like, you know, these huge, like, oh my, you are very adamant. I want, like, these huge, like, cliffs, just kind of shooting out of the ground and stuff. If you've seen B-Dubs' videos on the Hermitcraft server, he has some of those stuff. I came up with this idea first because I was inspired by Disneyland, okay? But yeah, I'm going to be doing that. I was going to build a massive spire, like kind of in the middle over here. But I did not really have the time for that because I just came back from spring break, you know, blah, 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 whatever. I think it's a pretty cool looking build. It's nothing like too crazy, nothing, you know, too big. I just didn't, again, I didn't have the time, but it's pretty cool. So without further ado, let's get into a time lapse. So sit back, relax, and grab something to eat, maybe. Okay, time lapse now. have it. As I said before, it's not much. I was going to put, let me see, where would it be? I was going to put like a spire, I think a little bit farther back over here, like a really massive one, and I was going to put like houses and stuff on it, and I will get to that eventually. I just did not have the time for it this episode. I literally had like a week to record and edit everything because I was on spring break. So I did a lot of planning beforehand, but I still didn't have enough time to build that thing because it's genuinely a mega build. So I won't be able to do that this episode, but I was able to make these two little cliffs, put a little bit of like a bridge in between them, a little rope bridge that I think is pretty cool. I used some shading on these stuff. This is getting ahead of myself, but yeah, didn't have a lot of time, but I did this, and I think that this is a very wonderful proof of concept of what I want this general area to look like. I want just a bunch of these types of like spires coming out of the ground, maybe with like little buildings and stuff on them. Maybe some of them will have trees and stuff around, like on them or around them. We got this one obviously here. But yeah, that's just what this entire area is gonna look like. A bunch of these spires, bunch of like just random plateaus and stuff. It's just gonna, hey, it's just gonna look really cool. And then we're gonna have a very central one for my base, and then we're just gonna have like a big, medieval city all around here. Kind of coexisting with all these like spires and stuff. These are the spires. I think that this is a very cool design. You can kind of see right here, I have a little jutting out spot. And like even though I just jutted it out like a block, it's very noticeable, right? And so with this, with these types of structures, you really have to be using texturing a lot to mimic like 3D shapes and stuff. So even though this is all flat, because I used, this light gray wool and, a bunch of other things, this is looking a lot more textured and a lot more, detailed and 3D than it actually is. And yeah, it was just very important for me to like, oh my gosh, the sun is setting really quickly. It's very important for me to put in a lot of like greenery and stuff just so it doesn't look very one note. And then I also did this thing right here with this dripstone and this light gray terracotta that I'll talk about in just a sec. I'm gonna sleep first. Okay, but yeah, I just put like this dripstone and this light gray terracotta kind of like around like dirtier areas, and I think it just gives it like a nice color. It kind of looks a little bit, like it's definitely a different color from like the stone, but I think that I transitioned it out pretty well with these, coral blocks. Once again, probably one of my favorite blocks in the game now. It's just so good. But yeah, I'm just really happy with this. And yes, we can go up onto that bridge. I made a little thing. There's no interior right now, but there's a little staircase that you can go up. And I don't know. It's a fun. Oh my god. Oh my god, that made me go white in the face. Sorry. But yeah, here's this little rope bridge. Yeah, there's nothing over here, but I'll probably put something over here eventually. It's just kind of cool. And then I just, copied over a tree over here. Oh, yeah, nailed that. Copied over a tree. I don't know, just gonna be putting a lot of trees, a lot of greenery in here. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I think it's a wonderful proof of concept, and now I can just start, putting these all over the place. But with that thing done, we have just one more thing to do this episode. And that is adding someone to the love garden. And everyone, welcome to the love garden. Here it is. But today we are adding in a Discord member of mine called Lulu. And that's because Lulu made some amazing freaking fan art of me, of me in real life. The picture in specific is a picture of me playing Wordscapes while I was, I believe, at IHOP. But I was with Ponka on a date, and I was playing, I think, Wordscapes. I think it was a setup. I don't think that I actually did this, but I think it was a setup. I think Ponka was on their phone, too. I don't know. I'm not going to point any fingers, but listen, we were talking. We were having a good time. But yeah, Lulu just really captured the essence of that photo really well. Genuinely, I really love your art style. It is really, really, really fantastic. I don't know, it's just so stylized, but like so, I don't know, just like cool and grounded in reality, and I really love it. And yeah, it just really means a lot to get fan art from people. So thank you so much for giving me some fan art, Lulu. That is just so, oh my gosh, thank you. It really does mean the world to me. It's just so cool. But yeah, thank you so much. Oh, and I also did get permission to show this off. But welcome to the Love Garden with Ponka and everyone else. Okay. All right, but that's almost going to do it for this episode. I just want to say special shout out to Bubble, special shout out to Hefty, special shout out to Atlip, and just special shout out to everyone who did voice acting or, you know, just building in the video. And then also a special shout out to my channel members. If you want to become a channel member, you can get my world download. And if you become a Shoeportler Plus specifically, you get your name at the end of the video along with these people. So thank you so much. But yeah, you know, if you really enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe. I'm posting every 2 weeks. And, you know, like and subscribe. Leave a comment. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching this video. That's gonna do it for me. So, bye now. Have a good one. Bye.
No, wait a minute, no.